live. Hey everyone, welcome to Nothing But Net. It's Sandy Brown, owner of the Toledo Threat Women's Professional Basketball Organization. And we are on episode 6 already. We're on episode 6 of Nothing But Net. And I'm so excited, as you guys know, I always say, for our special episode today. We're calling it a family affair. It's a family affair today here at Nothing But Net. And I'm so glad to have none other than a very special person, some people might say, here with me today, along with some other special guests. But she is here. She is present. She is normally not available, and I'm really excited to have her here. My sister, Vicki Brown, who is the owner of the head coach of the University of Iowa volleyball team. So, Vicki, you're here.
I am. Oh, man. Just seeing, I have to give a shout out to Sandy, not to make this all about pumping each other up, but just seeing you do your thing it's a tear-jerking moment.
Aww,
it's exciting.
Thank
but
you.
I'm thrilled to be here. We've never done this before.
I know. This is weird that we're sitting in this moment together and we're getting ready to do this, or have a conversation. I mean, like we normally do, but just now, hundreds and maybe thousands of people will be watching us.
Okay. All right. This is the first interview where my hand isn't shaking.
Good.
So thank you.
So we're good.
This is a good start.
Good. All right. So Vicki, everyone knows, obviously we're sisters. I'm the youngest out of all of our siblings, and you're second youngest. We're only a year apart. A lot of people don't know that. Some people think that I'm older.
Yeah, that's always been a thing. I still don't know why, because I'm taller than you.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know. I think it was just always socially. You were more in the forefront, and I was a little bit more reserved and shy. So maybe they saw that as more like wisdom.
Okay. Okay. So we're not going to go there, but all right. I'll let you have that one on the show. You get 3 of those before I chime back in. But no, so everyone always thought, like I mentioned, that I'm older, which is kind of funny. Anyway, so tell us, everyone who's out there is dying to know. You're now the head volleyball coach at the University of Iowa, but you've come so far and you've done it quickly.
Yeah. At first I was always a little bit timid with actually getting to where I got so quickly, because as you're there, you're also being challenged of because you got there so quick, and but I think my journey actually allowed me to have humble beginnings. I was a volunteer here at the University of Toledo to start off with.
Shout out to the Rockets out there.
Yeah, go Rockets.
Are you allowed to say that?
I can say that because it's my hometown.
It's your hometown. Okay. We're okay. We're all right.
We got Toledo Threat, and I can say go Toledo.
There you go.
So, it was humble beginnings, and I completely appreciate Greg Smith, who was the head coach then, of just allowing me to do more than just be a practice player. He really got me into the operations side of things, and also it was good to be back at home after being overseas for 3 years. So it was a really humbling transition.
Yeah, and I love how she just browsed over that. So for those of you who do not know, my sister played college volleyball at the University of Illinois, and I brag about her all the time, and she knows this, and she really doesn't like when I do this, but it's okay, I'm going to do it anyway. And then she continued her volleyball career professionally overseas for a while, and she was freaking phenomenal, to where, she was able to quickly go into coaching and go back and continue your story. I just thought I'd add that little part.
No, well, oddly enough, I was not into coaching.
Really?
The idea. I really was not at the beginning, because the assistant coaching staff that came at the University of Illinois they were very young people. Just got married, and by the time I graduated 4 years later, they had bags underneath their eyes. They had gray hair. I'm like, absolutely.
Wait, is it this bad? Is it this bad? Is this stressful?
Exactly. So I was like, there's no way. But yeah, I fell in love with the operations side of things, and then from which I was introduced at the University of Toledo, like I mentioned, and then got the full-time position, assistant position at Illinois State. So got to go back to the state of Illinois, which was nice.
It's like you got to go back home.
I know, that's weird. Everyone always assumes I'm from Illinois, outside of Ohio.
You
because
were there for a very long time.
I was there for a long time. Now that I think about it, between college, it was just over 6 years. So,
wow.
Yeah, so I kind of get it. But, but I always rep in T-Town.
Oh, wow.
You know.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. So we're going to act like that didn't happen. For all of those who are watching out there, we're going to act like that didn't happen. A lot of people call me and my sister corny, which we accept that role.
I walk into that.
I walk into that. I accept it very much so. I'm very corny. So is Vicky. As you can see, she just gave T-Town a shout out.
Did that go out in like 2000?
I mean, I don't even know. I'm the wrong person to ask that question, and we both know that.
That's how long ago it's been since I lived here. That was the last hot hit thing to say was T-Town.
Okay, moving on. Moving on. All right. So that was a good moment. Thanks, Vicky. This is her. This is who she is, you guys. You guys get to see her flat out. The Vicky that I get to see every day, well, at least talk to every day. So, so you mentioned you obviously, after UT, then what happened for you?
Yeah, I went to Illinois State, was assistant coach there for 2 years, and then got an opportunity to go up to UC Davis as the recruiting coordinator, and that's University of California, Davis.
Yeah.
And that was a completely different experience living in California, especially Davis, where there's a protest about anything every day. I mean, there was a protest about this tree. And I'm in the cab from the airport, and the guy is telling me how significant the tree is.
Oh, my gosh.
And so they protest everything. And so it's just a very liberal area. And then from there, I got my head coaching position at University of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Which was, since we're on the threat and I think about hooping and girls development.
Oh, talk about it. I already know what you're going to say.
Oh my God. I did not realize how immersed University of San Francisco was in basketball. I mean, legends.
Now, you would tell me about stories. So you guys would be practicing, and then after your practice, you would see who or what team?
So the Golden State Warriors, they're across the bridge in Oakland. That's their arena. So most of the teams would fly into San Francisco, and it's about a 45-minute drive across the bridge. So instead of going there to practice, they used our gym.
Nice.
So, I mean, we've had Boston Celtics. So that was, oh God, when was that? That was with Rajon Rondo.
Yes.
And Sandy, I botched basketball names, so it's okay.
I'm waiting for you to mess up a name. Oh my gosh, Vicky.
Dwayne Wade was there before.
Nice.
LeBron James was up in there before.
Nice. It's okay. You don't have to name them all. You did good, Vicky. You did good.
Any way you can think of was
That's nice. Now I know for Vicky, for those of us who are younger and in the same type of profession that you are, seeing that type of eye candy walk through the door was not too bad. After practice,
it wasn't. And being a younger coach, I always got, "Oh, you a player?" And I'm like, "No."
You think I'm a player?
I'm a little more mature than that, but thank you for the hype.
Right. No, that's so fun. No, that's amazing. So you were at the University of San Francisco as the head coach. That was your first head coach job. Mm-hmm. So how long did you stay there?
I was there for a year, not intentionally.
Okay.
I really had some good plans. We had some recruits coming in that I was excited for, but then I didn't realize I was being interviewed for a job at a recruiting tournament by the former head coach, Bon Szymanski. And I'm sitting on my coach at University of Iowa. Sorry, name dropping everybody knows, but it's okay. Was being interviewed, and it felt like a different conversation, but I'm sitting on the couch a couple of weeks later on a Sunday, and I get a call, "Hey, do you want to come to Iowa?" I'm like,
Iowa?
And so
Big Ten though.
Big Ten. Yes. And it was interesting. Even playing at Illinois, we literally got in at night. I mean, this with traveling college ball, you get in at night, you go to the hotel, you do a little shoot around for a little bit. It's the same thing for volleyball. You play and then you leave.
Right.
So I didn't really know much about Iowa City. Mm-hmm. But when I came there, it was I was very impressed with just their support for not athletics in comparison to Big Ten, but also their financial support, their resource support for women athletics. That's a big one that's always been a fight within our sport and other sports as well. So.
No, I think that's awesome. And then obviously that played like a huge deciding factor to see the support with, you know, women's sports just in general, to know that you had not only the fan support, but the financial support as well. I mean, why not go and be a part of an amazing program? So kudos to you, Vicky. So you were there as the head assistant.
I was the associate.
Excuse me.
Associate head. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Correction.
Sorry about that. Anyways, no, just kidding. I'm sorry, sister. So you're there. I mean, you've played so many roles. It's kind of hard to keep up with them.
No, it's okay.
So the associate head coach, you were there. And then what happened?
You know, a little bit of adversity through the NC2A allowed for the position to be open. And I was approached within the first 2 weeks post NC2A adversity, as I like to call it, and to be the interim. And things were going well. Like as being there for going into my third season, I was the recruiting coordinator. So a lot of our top class coming in, it was the highest ranking class, top 20 in the nation. It was the highest for the University of Iowa women's volleyball program. And so knew those girls developed a relationship. So the transition wasn't as extreme as it could have been. There was a lot of familiarity. And then was named the official head coach. The Thursday, we're heading to Northwestern, our first Big Ten game.
Nice. And you know, when we got the word here back at home, we didn't know what to do. We were so excited and so happy for you, just because, you know, one, to me, I feel like you're making history. I haven't done my research, but as far as this might be one of the, I won't say it. She gave me the look like, nope, I'm not the first, Sandy. I'm not. So I won't say it. But in my opinion, from what I've experienced, I mean, you've moved very quickly up the ladder. And I mean, to hear once we got the call from you, like, oh my God, guess what, guys? We were all like emotional and we couldn't believe it. I mean, we could believe it, but it was a great moment just to know that something you've been working for and working towards, you were able, this is like your biggest dream. Well, one of your biggest dreams, at least at some point after you thought about head coaching or thought about coaching once you got into it, you know, to at least coach at a big major school. And for you to be the head coach, the University of Iowa, Big Ten, that's huge. And I'm not going to get emotional, but I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
Yes.
No, that's great. I think, sorry, I'm just going to make it awkward. But I think that's the part that is a little bit of a trip. Like, you don't think about it personally because you're just in the grind. Like, you're going and going and going every day. So, but yeah, I do enjoy and appreciate moments like this that you just created to kind of reflect, because it does show like, okay, at least I'm moving forward. Even though I want to do things more, it might, but it is moving forward.
And you know what's crazy? I find myself being the person who kind of reminds you of these moments. I think we just talked like the other day, and I was like, Vicky, have you ever sat and thought about exactly what you have done specifically, like the magnitude of what you're doing and what you have done? And I even took it as far as being an African-American woman as a head volleyball coach in a Big Ten program. That's not something that's very familiar.
Right. I agree. And I think in this time that we're in right now, I mean, what a great platform to be standing on. And I, you know, that's my biggest thing of like female empowerment in all ways. And so to know that I'm getting more calls of wanting people wanting to support, wanting me to say things on the behalf of our Black women, our Black athletic women, our Black women in volleyball, Black coaches. It is an honor. It's a load that I knew coming in this position that I would want to carry, and understand that it's also about being 100% authentic. And this might sound weird to say, but I really truly value where I grew up at. I truly value where my family that I had, because as much as, I mean, I'm looking forward to tomorrow because of just all the egos that's gonna be.
Can't wait to get around that table.
And like, we're a very vocal family. Like, we're passion driven, and I'm just excited and I appreciate having that because it does give us the courage and as we're in our different avenues and even my siblings growing. Like,
are you talking about me? Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Don't say too much, Vicky. We've talked about this. Don't start.
Well, I just in all this, like you've always said you wanted to do your own business, and so to see you do this in this magnitude, it's like, God, like Sandy would be the one to do this.
It would be me.
It would be Sandy, like, because I don't think people realize what kind of mindset you have to be a business owner. It is a different type of grind. Like, I wake up and I have an email, here's your budget for today. Thanks. I don't know how I came there, but I do.
Right.
But it's just different, right?
So, I'm actually going to get the money.
Right. No.
I'm going to ask for the money.
It's just like a different hustle, and I take a lot of lessons from you and Anita and Donnie. So yeah. Now
this is crazy because a lot of people don't know this, but I think I actually made a Facebook post because I just couldn't believe it once we did the math. It's been 15 years since you've been home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
like that is crazy.
It is. It is, but it isn't.
Because we see you for Christmas.
Well, that, and then like 15 years, you're just kind of used to it at this point, right?
Yeah, so tomorrow it's going to be like weird for you, is it not?
It is going to be weird, especially since my family has flipped the grand gesture of holidays to Thanksgiving instead of Christmas.
And we're going to be COVID safe, just so everyone knows.
Yes.
We're very serious about COVID in our family.
Yes, same here.
Mask and everything, Lysol, mom's got it all on deck to be sprayed down like every hour. But no, so we're really excited. I mean, just having you here, it's almost like you just mentioned, you were kind of just having a moment just to kind of realize, some of the things that you've been doing. Even just me sitting here, I'm just kind of thinking like, wow, my sister is here with me on my podcast, being joined by some of our other special guests. And it's a good moment, and it's a good moment to be thankful for. Just to throw that out there. Obviously, Thanksgiving is tomorrow, so that would be one of my moments, and just something in general that I'm thankful for to be able to share this moment with you. So super proud of all of your accomplishments. Literally, we didn't even touch half of the accomplishments that Vicky has had, and I know how modest she is of a person and very humble, but you kind of get the gist. If you guys are out there listening, she's pretty phenomenal. So if you do have any questions for Vicky at any time during this podcast, you guys can give us a call right here at the 419 Grind Podcast on Nothing But Net at 419-540-3566. So anyone out there, if you guys have any questions, this is your time. A lot of people, we really don't get to see Vicky too often here in Toledo. I consider her a hometown hero and a legend here with all of her accomplishments. So if you have any questions for her, give her a call at 419-540-3566. All right, so we'll continue the conversation, Vicky. So we got to hear a little bit about your journey. So yeah, I mean, you've been amazing. So let's get into, I guess, the family side of things. A lot of people are interested, I think, to hear our story. Just being, two sisters, and we're a year apart, and just kind of seeing us in the professions that we are. Like, how in the world? How did you guys get here outside of the business side? So I guess talk about family.
Our family is, I absolutely cherish our family. First of all, like me and Sandy, we accidentally got into sports. I mean, if it was my mom's pushing, or if we didn't go to Old Orchard Elementary School, we would not be in sports.
At all.
It just wasn't the thing at the forefront from my mom with raising young women, but yeah, my dad was completely excited when a coach was like, "Please play basketball." What was that, like in third and fourth grade?
Third and fourth grade. Coach Pope, late Coach Pope.
Yeah. So thank you. Shout out upstairs to Coach Pope.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I think he just saw that we were both tall.
Yeah.
We never even thought about playing basketball at all.
Nothing.
For those of you who don't know, my mom is a pastor now, but then she was an evangelist. My dad was a minister. And we grew up in the church.
Right. Monday, Wednesday,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That was us in the church all the time. So we didn't know anything about much other than school and church.
Yeah, we were trying to stay safe. We weren't trying to get distracted.
And even if we wanted to, our mother wouldn't let us. But no, so sports, that when it came along, it was just a big like shock, I think, to everyone. And my mom didn't want us to play sports.
No, because the games were on Sunday.
Yeah.
So that initially was the problem.
Like,
but then,
no. They are not missing church. Absolutely not. No.
There was plenty of Sundays we would be leaving church, running in with the white tights.
Yeah. Yes.
Jean skirts.
Yeah. And shout out to my dad, because if it really wasn't for my dad, we wouldn't have even gotten involved in sports at all. He kind of, friend, I think it's time to let them do something they want to do. Yeah. And, shout out to my mom, because she was doing nothing but protecting us, as she always does. She always has our best interest at heart. But so we started playing basketball. Where did volleyball come from?
So
because that part I was trying to think of, how do we get into volleyball?
So I started that.
Oh, okay.
So
wait, I guess I should mention, people don't know, I also played volleyball.
Yes.
Tell them, Vicky. Go ahead.
Okay. So Sandy was better in volleyball than me, on record.
I'm sorry. Pause. Can we have that moment again? Replay. What did you just say, Vicky?
I'm gonna say the whole thing. Hold on. So Sandy was better in volleyball than me when we were younger. So I would give it 7 through 12. But I was better at basketball than her.
Yes, okay.
Let it be known.
Okay, so let it be known.
Let it be known.
Vicky was the better basketball player, hands down. Like, she was way better than me in basketball.
Yes, it was easy to score. But I think, so Coach Peterson, our basketball coach at DeVoe.
Yes.
Shout out to the Vikings.
Another one. That's two. That's two, sister.
Wait, are they not called the Vikings anymore?
Yes, they are, but still. The shout out was terrible. That was horrible. Because you threw up 2 peace signs. The peace sign. That was terrible. Strike 2.
But yeah, Coach Peterson, I get to 7th grade and he's like, hey, you can't just play basketball. You got to play volleyball, or you got to play another sport. And it was either volleyball or cross country at DeVoe. So volleyball, gym class, got it. Mm-hmm. And so picked it up again the next year. And then you came in.
I literally just did everything
you
did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vicky's trying volleyball. Maybe I'll be good at it too. I'm going to try it.
And then she was better than me, and I was annoying. But yeah, that's how we kind of got into volleyball. And
we played volleyball more than we did basketball. A lot of people do not know that. Well, for you, probably. But for me, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, we did, because we did the travel volleyball.
Everyone else was playing AAU. Yep. We were playing volleyball.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember Dad and our brother Donnie was too excited when we got into basketball.
Yeah.
Because Donnie was, that lefty in high school, swang. And my dad was like from D.C., Dr. K.
Right. Dr. who?
Dr. K.
Okay, you were referring to Dr. J.
Dr. J, but my dad said in high school his nickname was Dr. K.
Oh, okay, I almost gave you strike 3. I thought you said Dr. J's Ray Frog. I was gonna be so upset.
No, okay. No, so I know they were excited too, because and I think that was the nice thing too, like having Dad being at the games, almost getting thrown out.
Yeah. For those of you who know my dad and who grew up with me and Vicky playing sports, my dad was known for being thrown out or being very vocal at our basketball games. He was very passionate about the refs making terrible calls.
Terrible. Yeah, they were terrible. No, shout out to referees. It's not easy. But,
okay.
But yeah, no, I think, like, basketball for us, and then also we grew up around when the WNBA came out.
Yes.
So, Lisa Leslie was it for me.
Yeah.
Like Rebecca Loba, like all the bigs was
I'm proud of you.
Oh,
now. You are name dropping.
That's that's my history.
Yeah, you're right. You did a history report on women's basketball. I forgot. And that's exactly how you remember all of this.
Yeah, I had the hardest time earlier saying Sheryl Swoops.
Swoops.
Sheryl
Swoops.
Sheryl Swoops.
Yes, you still not saying it right, but that's okay.
We're gonna roll over it.
We're gonna keep going.
All right. But yeah, our family loved coming to the games, and our sister Anita. I mean, Anita didn't play games. Like, she wasn't like But
she did play volleyball.
Like, if we learn how to be like aggressive and
It's
be
definitely
okay
from- it's
as a
definitely from
girl,
her.
like
Yes.
it's from Anita. Like Anita, like you gotta post up. Like so, I hand to God. Like that's why we were okay with being like aggressive on the court, because our sister Anita said it was okay. She gave us examples.
Yeah, she showed us how to do it too. But no, so I think that's awesome. So Vicky, you know, you talked about, you know, us playing basketball and, you know, volleyball. So funny because a lot of people didn't expect us to go, I guess, the routes that we went. So obviously, you know, you were being heavily recruited for volleyball, as I was too. A lot of people don't know that. I think some colleges even wanted us as a package deal when it came to volleyball. And I made a huge decision in my senior year. You obviously went on to play volleyball at the University of Illinois, but you were better than basketball and probably could have got, you know, a big scholarship either way, basketball or volleyball. But I made a big decision that our father probably wasn't so happy about. Going into my senior year of high school, I decided that I no longer wanted to play volleyball in college. And me personally, just being your younger sister, I had always been living in your shadow. And we've talked about this before, so this is okay to mention.
Don't worry, Ayana fix our life.
Ayana fixed my life. No, just kidding. So, yeah, so I was always like, I felt like I was always in your shadow. And naturally, because you did it, I wanted to do it too. Like, you were my bigger sister. I looked up to you. And, you know, you made everything so cool, and I wanted to do it too. So anyways, I just did not see myself playing volleyball for 4 more years. I loved basketball. Like, I'm the more aggressive out of our siblings.
I agree.
One of the
Yeah.
one of the more aggressive out of our siblings, and I prefer contact. Like, I love, you know, playing basketball and just being able to, you know, make a move, talk junk. I was big on doing that. When I played volleyball, I was the one getting the red card back then. I'm not sure if it's still called that.
True.
And because I was taunting through the net, like, yeah, like I would spike them. I'm sorry, I think I just
card.
almost got too excited. But you know, I would taunt through the net, and I would get the red card. I have to go sit out, and you know, it's just I'm like, I can't play this sport. I feel too, you know, closed in. Not to say anything's wrong with volleyball, because I love the sport, just not as much as I did basketball. So I decided, after my dad spent all this money for us to play club volleyball, to pursue my basketball career going into my senior year of high school. I had already told the coaches who tried to recruit me for basketball that I was not playing basketball, I was playing volleyball, and that was big. And I think that you actually encouraged me to really just follow my heart and like what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, passion will always overrule.
We got a caller, but go ahead and finish.
Oh, that's sorry. I'm like, oh God, the recruit. No, but I think it's.
Oh, I think they hung up. Maybe they'll call back.
Passion is always going to drive, and I think after like being in it for a year and realizing that the reason why I didn't want to do basketball was because. Just like hearing what position I could play and what I was going to need to do, I was like, I ain't pumped to do this. And so I think by time that you were in your recruiting, towards the end of your recruiting process and made that decision, I was like spot on, because it's a lot of work. Like it is a full-time job when you're playing in college, and if you don't have your passion there, it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
And so I mean when I watch you play at Detroit, I was just like, okay, this is really her drive, because she ain't look like this playing volleyball. So
this is really what she wants to do.
Really
Clearly.
what she wants to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, I was just proud that you made the decision, because a lot of athletes just kind of go along for the ride, and then that's why the transfer numbers are so high, or kids are just not playing that long after high school anymore, because I think there's a little bit of
Maybe pressure.
Safety. To not do it anymore, or to do what they really want to do, or pick whatever sport they really want to be in.
Yeah. Now, on a lighter note, I think it's funny because everyone always mistakes, or used to. They kind of still do it sometimes. Mistake you for me, me for you. How annoying was that?
It was annoying. And then we look at pictures when we were younger, and
could
my
never
mom,
see it.
I never could see it. But then mom dressed us like twins. And
Yes.
so it made sense that people were just brainwashed.
Everyone thought that we were twins, and I'm like, we're really not. I think we have a lot of similar tendencies, obviously, like in our characters.
Yeah, there's one picture.
In our public characters, we have a lot of similar characters.
I agree with that. Similar mannerisms.
Yeah. But we could never even see it. There's only one picture.
There's
that
only
I think,
one.
And we were at a concert together.
We were at
the Jamie Foxx concert. I think it was in Columbus.
Yeah.
This was like years back because I still had long hair.
Okay. We both had hair in a ponytail.
No, my hair was curled.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, we both had
both our hair was down.
Shirt. It was a black
tank top
shirt. It was a similar, but
and we were side to side. And that's the only picture that we, between the both of us, have been able to tell that we look alike. So
that's true.
That people mistaking me for you was more detrimental to me probably than you, because I was already trying to, be like my sister and be just as good as Vicky and, get the same props that you were getting and, get the same praise. Mm-hmm. And it just made it so much worse when everyone called me your name. So, of course, what do? Even after college, like it affected me to that point. So after college, I decided that I don't want my long hair anymore. And I cut all my hair off.
Yeah, I thought that's what that was.
And everyone always wondered, like, why did you cut your hair? Well, if you don't know, it's because I was tired of being called Vicky or Vicky's little sister.
Well, see, when I was younger, when people would call me Sandy, that affected me. Like, and you grow up and you can reflect, but like, because I wasn't as social as you. Like if like you would introduce us to our friends.
Right.
And so when they would call me, I was like, oh, yeah, I need to learn how to like say something in these groups.
You would just roll with it like,
like hey.
I would be like, my name's Sandy.
Right.
I know I'm Sandy. No.
Just like, just another day.
Yeah.
But or also too, I always felt awkward, but this is where we're different of just like, I never had the nerve to like tell someone, no, I'm actually I'll just let them call me Sandy.
Nope, not me. I spoke out very much so.
But yeah. All right, Sandy. Yeah.
See you later.
No,
No, that wasn't me. I definitely was the one. And we both know this, I have no problem speaking out about things that might be bothering me a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so actually, I'm so excited because we talked about it. We've been promoting that we have these special guests who will be joining us in just a little bit. But before they join us, we're actually going to take a really quick break. So everyone, please be sure to stay tuned. We have some really special guests. You guys are not going to believe this coming up right up. So we'll be right back. right, and we are back. So like I mentioned to you guys before, we do have some really special guests joining us here along with Vicky. So you guys, I could just bring on Vicky and not bring on the rest of my siblings. So we have in the studio with Nothing But Net, my oldest sister, Anita Birchfield, is in the building. Sister. And then our oldest brother, he's the oldest of our siblings. He's our leader. My brother Donnie Ham is in the studio too. Good? Oh, he threw on the Barry White. Oh, shoot.
All day, every day.
So for those of you, obviously, if you don't know, my older siblings, Donnie and Anita, have played such a huge role in my life and my success, just in general, not to get mushy because I might even get a little emotional, but between these two and Vicky, of course, they're pretty much the main reason why I'm able to do the things that I do today and why I've been able to push forward, from their sound advice to just being there for me, to being shoulders to cry on, and the tough cookies that I sometimes I need to, that hard love, tough love. So this is just my moment, just to tell you guys thank you. I love you guys. Love you too. Thank you. Thank you. So Anita, Donnie, you guys are joining our show. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Let everybody know who you are.
My name is Anita Birchfield. I've been married for 25 years. I have 2 kids. Both OSU graduates. Go Buckeyes.
Uh-oh, Vicky.
Yes.
That's okay. Shout out to the Buckeyes out there.
Shout out to graduating.
She not going to shout out the Buckeyes. She did Toledo, but she ain't going to do the Buckeyes.
But I'm excited to be here, and I am very proud of you, Sandy.
Thank you.
And I'm very proud of you, Victoria, as well.
Thank
Government
you.
name.
She hit her with the government.
Yeah.
Victoria.
Right.
All day.
All right, Donnie, what's up? Let the people know about you.
Oh, no, I'm just, big brother, stay in the cut. Tried to teach y'all how to shoot jumpers, but I don't block your shot, knock it over in the pond. At the same time, taught you how to swim because you had to go get the ball. But, on a different note, I just wanted to say that I'm proud of y'all, all 3 of y'all. Good deal.
Thank you.
What I'm saying? Keep up the good work.
Yes.
And don't be, so tight with your pockets. It's all good.
No, for
I'm proud
sure.
of y'all.
For sure. And Donnie, obviously, if you guys don't know, Donnie, his athleticism, it obviously runs in our family. Donnie can hoop too, for those of you who don't know. And he still got that range. He shows us at our family events outside, for sure. He be taking everybody muddy.
Right.
But no, for sure. And then Nita, I think she's been a little modest. She plays a big role in our community as well. On the financial end, Nita, tell us a little bit about it.
So I am with the Toledo Threat. I am.
Donnie is telling you to let the mic go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it has a shortage in it.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good right now.
Great. So I do play that role with the Toledo Threat as the financial officer part with them, and then in my work life, I do work at a financial institute as well.
Yeah, for sure. So Nita definitely plays a huge role with the Toledo Threat, as she mentioned. And I have a few family members who actually help out with the Toledo Threat. Shonda Newbern, and then Jameer Morrow's out there, Rihanna Birchfield. Shout out to Shonda.
Rihanna
Newbern out there, our cousin. Jameer,
yes.
Rihanna, everyone. So it's a family affair.
Yes.
And that's one thing that I love about our family. We always come together, no matter what we're doing, and we all support each other in any way that we can. And Donnie is nice on the pool table.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, that's my passion right there. That's my passion.
Nice one. You know what's crazy? We don't have a pool table. Like in our household, we've never had one. But Donnie, how did you get so good at pool?
Just practice. Same way y'all got good at what y'all do. Just practice, dedication. I found something I like, and like you said, you didn't want to continue playing volleyball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the same way with me. I found something I like to do.
Yeah. And you're very good at it.
Yeah.
I'll put my money on you.
You probably upset you saying that.
What?
Don't say that, y'all. That's the hustle.
Oh, I'm messing up the hustle. That's right. You're right. I'm not supposed to say you good.
Hey, it's still Toledo Threat.
Right. You're right. You're right. That's right. You still a threat on the pool table.
Right.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So I guess now that I have all of you guys here, and let's talk about family for a little bit, because I think it's kind of not, I don't want to say ironic, but I think it's just different. We grew up, we all have the same mom. So we grew up kind of in different parts with mom, if that makes sense. So you guys, some of you guys, Vicky is, I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say. She's always giving me the eye like, Sandy, don't say too much. But no, so more so, we've all experienced our mom as a minister.
Right.
So talk about, I guess, maybe some of the, not difficulties, but some of the things as mom was a minister.
As a PK.
As a preacher's kid.
As a preacher's kid.
There you go. We were all preacher's kids,
Right,
and we
right.
still are.
Right.
So how does that separate, I guess, you guys from others that you've noticed? I think this is a good question.
Well,
I'm putting y'all on the spot.
the preacher kid, it wasn't bad. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm glad that Mama was in church, because
Yes.
a lot of my friends and different people out here, their parents not in church or not even around.
Yeah.
So just to still have that good foundation of
That's
going
right.
and learning how to pray, learning how to read the Bible, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. Other
Yeah.
than I was kind of used to being on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it was dark, but then like you said, church Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday,
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Nita, what about you?
For me, it was, I guess it's going to be a repeat of what Donnie said.
Yeah.
But I do love and appreciate the fact that we, as people want to say, preachers' kids, had that role model. And my mom has been nothing but a role model
That's
to
right.
us
Yeah.
as being a pastor. I wouldn't change or choose anyone different.
Nita, are you getting emotional?
I think what a lot of people need to realize,
Yeah.
no, seriously, because I've had this conversation with a number of people where they will say to me, if I'm saying something or I'm doing something, they'll say, "Oh my God, you saying that or you doing that or you go here or you go there."
Talk
and
about
your
it.
mom is a pastor. And I said, yes. I said, but what you need to realize is God put that calling on my mom's life.
That's right. That's right.
It does not mean that, I'm still human. I'm still young. Yes, I'm young.
That's right. She sure
And
is.
it doesn't mean that there aren't things that I may do that maybe because of the role or that calling that God put on her life doesn't mean that I can't do or indulge or do different things in that. But that's one thing I don't like, that people tend to want to hold you to that standard of the fact that your parents, has that calling on their life. And God hasn't put that calling on my life.
Yeah.
If he does, one day down the line do that, I would adhere to that calling and walk therein.
Yeah.
But right now,
She's-
praise
I
God.
feel her.
I praise
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
that my
for sure.
mom, she is a true woman of God.
Yeah, yeah,
She is.
most definitely. And I think you guys, hit it like dead on. As a preacher's kid, if you want to call us, it's so easy for everyone to put that pressure on us also. That was our mother's calling, and we I feel like all four of us are spiritual.
Oh, yes.
We are spiritual. We have too much of a background not to be, but just in general, we understand. We do believe,
Amen.
but we understand who we are along with our spirituality. We're not trying to be, people who we're not. And we're okay with being ourselves.
Yes.
And I think like the one thing that I learned being a PK, preacher's kid, is that people are people. Like, people will have moments where they shine. People will have moments where they're going through adversity and it can look completely different.
That's right.
But then also in knowing that is that even though someone has a certain title, it does not make them non-human.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
so
yes.
I think the thing that I've learned as a preacher kid is no matter what life looks like in your past or present or what you're building for as far as a future goal, no matter who you are, your title, you're still a human. You're still going to have learning moments. Like, you're always learning. I don't care if it feels like the same lesson, it's a new lesson because you're going through it in a different way.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
so that's what I learned as a preacher kid, is to be give yourself a little bit of a break, because not that our mom came and told us, you know, so just told me A, B, and C about her life today. It was nothing like that. It was just, we would be in the pew, and you see people going through stuff, and then the next month it just seems like, oh, praise the Lord, testify, I'm good now. So as a preacher kid, you see that life is not going to be all roses and sunshine and rainbows.
That's right.
And so to be able to see that on a grander scale other than just within the family, that's where the value, I think, of being a preacher's kid. But yeah, I agree. Our walk is our walk.
Hey,
man.
And we walk tall, and we definitely walk tall.
At the end of the day, you know, preacher kid, but I'm a grown man.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right.
So if you want to go to my mom and say something, just tell her you praying for me.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm a grown man.
Right. At the end of
I'm
the
not
day.
a kid, so I'm no longer a preacher's kid.
Right.
That's
And then, you know, because we all are grown, you know, if we were little kids and you needed to say something, then that was your time to say it to my mom then.
Right.
But I'm grown and you grown, so come to me as a grown individual if there's something that you see that maybe you think I shouldn't be doing, you know, and we can sit down and have an adult conversation about it.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Yes. Double grown.
Right. Okay, so just a little lighter moment, because I was so, but I wanted to go there because this is a common question that I get a lot, and I know, you know, we've talked about this before, so I thought it was good for just like the public to hear, you know, like our perspective on things with our mom being a pastor. So shout out to my mom, Pastor Francine Brown. Hey mom, you're watching. We love you. Can't wait to eat tomorrow. I'm gonna say. Right. I'm so ready to eat. But no, so what are some like funny moments that you guys, I guess your most memorable, funniest moment within our family? Nita, I hope you okay with what I'm going to say. Vicky, I got a feeling you're going to say the same thing. Am I putting y'all on the spot?
No, I'm just trying.
Donnie, go ahead.
Well,
Donnie,
go ahead, Donnie.
One of the funniest
Yeah,
moments.
Donnie, you go ahead. Because Vicky looked like she's thinking. Just pick one.
One of the funniest moments would be, you know what I mean, going to the games, watching everybody play, hearing it's funny to me. People sitting behind, saying stuff they shouldn't be saying, and then later on they come and speak to you, and then you tell them like, hey man, you know, it's that, the other, you know, my sister, oh yeah, she was real good, but they don't know I heard what they said. That's a funny moment. Right. Just far as family, me always acting silly. It's 100 million things. You know what I mean? Always acting silly, from dancing to pop locking.
Donnie's the dancer in the family for sure, and the comedian. He has us always laughing.
That's a good way to hide anger.
Oh, okay, you right. That's true.
Laugh through my pay.
Laugh through my pay.
That's right.
That's right. Nita, what about you?
I don't know. There is so many of them. So I do recall one time, and that's just obviously happened more than once. Being at Sandy's game and Vicky's game, and I just felt like, you know, they were out there playing, you know, they was on their grind. And I do remember one occasion, a girl, the way she came for Sandy with the ball, you know, she was playing basketball, and I instantly, because I am the protector,
That's
I am the big sister, and I sometimes feel like I walk in the shoes of my mother with all three of them, you know, but nevertheless, I was like, I stood up in the stand and I was like, get off my sister. My mom looked like, Jesus.
No, and I think we heard you too, for sure. Had to look like, oh man, y'all better stop, because she would come out on this floor, hands down. But no, so that was a good funny moment. Vicky, what about you?
I don't know. I like it when we just sit around like this and I love you, mom, but we just make fun of my mom.
Yeah, Mom, that ain't cool. I don't be doing that, Mom.
Yeah, all right.
We just,
but she knows it though. We do it in front of her.
Yes, it's not like it's behind her back. Let me put that out.
So not
there.
fun of her ways.
Like just her momisms.
Yeah.
Everyone knows they mom do certain things,
Right.
and so my favorite story is like when we feel like my mom is preaching about us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Be like, hold on, I'm gonna tiptoe on out.
Put the finger. I had to go to the restroom.
Right. It's
On
just
that
like those moments where she make like eye contact right at you the whole sermon. It's like, I didn't just tell her that.
Listen,
She
Vicky,
just
this
call
is
me.
the Lord.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I love my mom. It's just those moments, and maybe it is like it's really the Lord.
It's really the Lord
It's really
talking.
the Lord, but it's just
Yeah.
weird hearing it from mom. So
Yeah, I think one of my funniest moments, just more so when we have, we've actually done it recently. We've done like the little dance battles or with us, like, because we normally are not really in tune to like the latest music. Like we aren't. Vicky, don't make that face.
speak for yourself.
Don't make that face.
Vicky.
Vicky.
That's I don't see that one.
Listen, so I think that's been one of the most recent, like, funniest moments, and we're hopefully doing a replay or tomorrow, but where we'll have like the dance battles, and seeing Vicky dance is actually just hilarious in itself.
Because it's so good. Right.
Right,
All
right.
That's what's up.
But yeah,
I was not convinced.
not
Gotta see
convincing
that
at
one.
all, right?
I had to see that one.
So just the last 5 minutes of the show, we're actually going to, I would love for everyone to just kind of go around and just say, in the heart of Thanksgiving being tomorrow, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? So Vicky, you go first.
I am thankful for through all of COVID and everything like that, like I'm able to find like real pockets with my family and take advantage to like kind of slow things down and reflect and be grateful.
Okay, nice. Tears.
I'm thankful to be able, to go over to Mama's house and didn't have to cook nothing, and all y'all had to cook something. Yeah, that's a funny moment, ain't it? Yeah. Go over there and eat real good.
Oh, so you're not cooking your beans?
No, I ain't cooking no beans. I done cooked them all month. It's a wrap for that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's a wrap for that.
That's
I'm
so
coming
funny.
up. Y'all can make me a plate before we eat. Right.
Wow.
You know what, brother? I got you on that. I got you.
Guess
Cool.
now we having ramen noodles.
Hey, I've been there. Don't mind me. Hey, I had some yesterday at work.
Hey, I'm not
Yeah,
opposed
for
to
sure.
the ramen, the top ramen.
Hey, I had some
for
2
dinner.
days ago.
And
I had some for
y'all know I
dinner.
like to
The spicy hot ones.
I like to spice
Chicken
mine
flavor.
up. I throw some shrimp and everything else in them too. But yeah, for sure.
Just make it a soup.
Nita, what about you?
So I'm thankful for as much as we all have complained about 2020 and what's all going on with it with COVID, but I have to be thankful that I am still here in the land of the living.
That's right. Yeah.
I thank God for my family, my sisters, my husband, my kids, all of my family. And I'm just thankful that God continues to watch over and protect us all.
Yeah.
Even though we're not always together or able to be together, but he still keeps his protection around us.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So me personally, I'm thankful for one, you guys being here today.
what's up.
This is actually a really special moment
Yes.
that I'm excited because we'll always get to go back and, watch this podcast and just enjoy and share, relive the moment together, making new memories. Then I'm also thankful for my babies. Y'all know I got to give them a shout out on the Family Affairs show.
Yes.
Shout out to Tyson and Montana out there. I know they're watching, so shout out to them. And then just my parents, just overall family in general. I believe, we all value family, especially, for this year. You guys mentioned it with 2020. I just thank God, and I will say that I thank God just for growth. Because I think if anything that's taught this year has taught me, it's more about growth and kind of just pursuing and pushing through the tough moments and being able to fully put your trust in God. I made a post about this yesterday. I think it was stop worrying and just trust God. And I think, this year has kind of maybe shifted some things for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, we're still here. You know, a lot of people lost their lives with COVID, just lost their lives in general this year. We're seeing a lot more people leaving here. And I think it's just taught us to be grateful. Not to go like too deep, but just to be grateful and thankful for just life itself and to more value life, and give more attention to life and positivity versus the negative. It's so easy to get caught up in, you know, the negativity of things, you know, arguments, fights with spouses and, you know, different things to that nature and, you know, problems on the job. But at the end of the day, if COVID has taught me one thing, it's that there's so many more things to value and to be concerned about than those little things that used to play a big role. So so I'm so grateful for you guys being on the show.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks.
Yeah,
That's-
thank you, Sam.
Yes. Of course. So we'll be able to talk about this tomorrow too.
Or
so
that we'll have it on the TV.
Right, already planned through the whole Thanksgiving.
All right, shout out to
yeah, I was gonna say if y'all want to get if y'all want to give any shout outs before we get off the air.
Yeah, shout out to work, Hawkeyes. Go
Okay,
Hawks.
shout out to Iowa. All right.
Shout out to the Threat, Toledo Threat.
Yes. Shout out to
Doing your
Toledo
thing.
Threat. Yes.
Shout out to my kids and my grandson, them hooping too, little Brandon, my son Brandon. Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Shakara, all of
Brittany, everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Mama, Brother Brown, everybody. Good deal.
Nice.
Great
Shout
job.
out.
Great job.
Yes. Shout out to my husband, Ron Birchfield, my son, Ronald Birchfield, and Rihanna Birchfield.
Yes.
And shout out to Mom and Dad. And shout out to my dad, Carl.
Yeah.
See Ham.
That's right.
Yes, see Ham out there.
Yes.
Oh,
and you know what? Special shout out because today is one of my good friends' birthday, Ashley Dupree. It is her birthday today, so shout out to her.
Happy birthday.
Her birthday is the day
Ash.
before Thanksgiving. She had to cancel her plans because of COVID and the numbers rising, so she definitely wants to play it safe. So shout out to you, Ashley Dupree, out there. Happy birthday. And we are out of time, you guys. So until the next time, be sure to tune in next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. We're going live right here in the 419 Grind. Shout out to the 419 Grind family.
Yes,
And shout out to all you guys out there.
419 Grind.
419.
Yes.
Shout out my job, Vascor.
All right.
and Crazy Jamie at work.
There you
Dude,
go.
cool,
All
though.
right,
He
cool.
all right.
Cool,
But,
for
yeah,
sure.
shout out. What's up, Jamie?
Yeah, for sure.
I know he watching. Yeah,
No, that's what's up, Donnie. Do your thing. But no, so until the next time, you guys, nothing but net.